Okay, guys, I'm just back from holiday and I'm just catching up on a few things. And there's an Ask Scruff question that's come to mind. And I think I need to come to camera. I've kind of caught up with quite a bit of it, but we need to go to camera. So let's flick it over. It's this one here for Dave Surreal. So it's a little salute to you, Dave. Looking at the IG platform, it's an excellent platform. It's very clean, very intuitive. It is expensive. All right, so do remember that you get what you pay for. My other preferred broker is BlackBull. Executions are fine, spreads are pretty good. You've got certainly got world leading leverage on it, and I've never had an issue with either of them, to be honest. But you notice your spread is 1 pip on pound USD. That's kind of standard across the industry. It fluctuates between 0.9 and 1.5 throughout a standard trading day, and then it'll expand a little bit in the evening session and then contract again. But that's pretty much any platform, so I wouldn't worry about that. Now, when you're looking at a 10 pip target, yeah, fine, 1 pip is not bad. You've just got to let the market move about 11 pips. And this is obviously tricky as it's a minimum of 10%. It's not tricky, kid. It really isn't. They're all in and around the same. When you say, am I doing something wrong? Yeah, you're looking too zoomed in on it, I'm afraid. When it comes to ATRs, the one you look at is your daily and then address the spread to that daily. So if it's got a spread of 1 and it is moving 100 pips in a day, you have got plenty of room to fit your 11 pips if that's what you're looking for. And it's 11 because it's target plus spread. Okay. Now, if the ATR was, say, down to 33, which some are, like euro dollar can be terrible, not euro dollar, euro pound rather can be terrible sometimes, and the actual daily ATR can go right down, then it becomes a bit of a problem, which is why I don't really trade those markets. I trade markets that move. Certainly markets that have a greater than 75 daily ATR. Why? Because when I look from hour to hour and I'm looking to get maybe 10 pips, I know I can fit it inside that range. Now, from here, you can then look at other things because you get a lot of people sort of going, oh, well, the DAX is terrible. Oh, I can't trade it after hours because it's got a spread of 5. But it's got an ATR of 280. You can easily fit 15 pips into that 285 pretty much whenever. Likewise on the US 100, that's up to like sort of 300 and 400 pips in a day. Massive moves. So when people start looking at the spread isn't the problem. The spread's just part and parcel of the target. And it's why you've got to be conservative with your targets. If you're swinging at the fences, very rarely you can get there. So if you have a reasonable target, 10, 20 pips, which is inside a wave, and that wave is inside a daily range, then you're fine. And then you're not going through the highs and lows of emotion of, oh, it's giving me money, it's giving me, oh no, it's taking money away from me, it's taking money, oh no, it's taking all my money, oh, it's giving me it back. Well, if you just targeted the first wave and be happy with it and then target the second wave, do that twice, you'll be fine. Think of it that way, and then the spread becomes irrelevant. As long as the range that you're looking for will fit in the daily range and then fit inside the daily range's waves, you'll be fine. And if you want to work out waves, look at Elliott waves. I'm not a lover of Elliott waves, but they do have their place. And the reason I don't like an Elliott wave, and I don't talk about them too much, is it's not an Elliott wave till it's an Elliott wave. In other words, it's got to push up 3 times and then you can kind of see it and then see if it's going to the 5th one. These are your sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and your ABC patterns. I use them to calculate a strength because it's what I've seen in the past. But does that affect the spread against the daily ATR? No, it just tells me where it's going and roughly what a range is between a low and a high point. Now, again, if that low and high point, give you a quick example. If you've got an ATR of 90 and you divided it by 3, that gives you a wave of about 30. Well, if you're looking to get 10 pips and you've got a spread of 1, that means you're looking for another 11 pip movement inside a 30 pip range. Well, that's giving you roughly a bottom third to figure out how to get in, and then you've got 2/3 to figure out how to get out. So you should be able to achieve your target. So in that sense, don't worry about it too much. When you start getting over 2.5, 3 pips, then it becomes a problem. But anywhere up to that point, don't really matter. So just keep plugging. Try not to zoom too much in it. Look at the trade first. Is your direction correct? Is the wave big enough to take the target you're after? And then just find your execution point and you'll be fine. Catch you all in the next one.